Thank you so much for joining us for another video. My name is Ethen Ostroff. I'm a lawyer outside of the Philadelphia area, and I handle personal injury cases. I have made it a thing of mine to get in front of the camera and educate people about things that I wish that everybody knew so that they don't get put in a bad situation where they're hurt and they are underinsured. This is a multiple part series where I go deep into auto insurance law, something that I deal with every day and get asked the same questions. And it is so frustrating because I only wish that auto insurance companies would just give you some answers and tell you what you're signing up for or what you're skimping on coverage with. But before I dive into this, make sure to go check out the other videos in this playlist and click below to subscribe, where I'm going to be giving out this content daily, weekly, where I'm going to go deep into each of these areas of law that I handle so that I can make sure that you guys know what is up. So click that subscribe button, and I'm looking forward to diving into what is personal injury protection, or PIP, or otherwise known as first-party benefits. PIP, or personal injury protection, some states they call it first-party benefits, is connected to something you might have heard before called a fault or no fault state. All right, so before I get into PIP, I need to explain what it means to live in a no fault state. As weird as it sounds, it is definitely better to live in one of the no fault states than fault states. Let me explain why. So let's say that you get into a crash. You're going through an intersection. You think you have the green light. The other driver thinks they have the yellow light, and you hit head on. Let's say that you break your arm and the other driver breaks their arm, all right? So you guys have got some injuries that need to go and get taken care of at the hospital. So in a fault state, your insurance companies can do exactly what you are probably doing after that. You're getting out of your car and you're saying, this was your fault. And the other driver's saying, no, it was your fault. In a fault state, your insurance companies are going to do that same thing. They're going to say, nope, it was your fault. You pay for the bills. Nope, it was your fault. You pay for the bills. So in a fault state, a lot of the time, you get stuck with the bills as the individual. It doesn't seem fair because it's not. In a no fault state, though, your own insurance company, by law, must take care of a certain amount of your medical bills. That is what PIP is. Personal injury protection, or first-party benefits, is applicable in a no-fault state. So instead of that scenario I just told where insurance companies point at each other and they say, no, your fault, no, your fault, you get out of your car and it doesn't matter whose fault it is specifically about paying for the first part of your medical bills. In Pennsylvania, there's a mandatory minimum of $5,000 in a what's called use it or lose it benefit that you can make a claim for, so you don't have to worry about going and getting your arm checked out when you break your arm. Because the first $5,000 of your medical bills, if you're in Pennsylvania in particular, are paid for by your own auto insurance company. And you, by law, can make and should make a claim for those first-party benefits, because if you don't, it's not like the insurance company is going to call you up and say, hey, how you doing? Have you used your $5,000? They don't want you to spend their money. They only give a shit about their own pockets. They don't care about you. So when you get in that crash, if you live in a no-fault state, then check your policy and see, do you have first-party benefits, or otherwise called PIP, or personal injury protection? Because if you do, you will get your medical bills paid for by your own auto insurance company. You don't even need to go the health insurance route. That's what personal injury protection is in a nutshell. I know it's a little bit confusing that you have your own auto insurance pay for things, even if you're not at fault. It actually is to protect you. It's a good thing, even though they don't explain to go use those benefits. Again, thanks so much for joining for this video. Click below on that subscribe button. I would love for you to join our community where we're going to educate on issues just like this, where I can make sure that you understand your rights before you're in a bad spot. My name's Ethen Ostroff. I'm a lawyer outside of Philadelphia, and I'd love to help you with your case. God forbid you're going through something like this. Thanks so much.